All right. Welcome in to the Super Awesome Podcast. I'm Captain Pete. We got Paddles
So,
and
dudes,
Gav Mraz Disley Taz Queer.
oof.
What's going on with y'all? Butters, you had a good story before we started recording about a creepy guy.
Oh yeah. I was chilling at the house by myself, and I started hearing a knock outside, and somebody was screaming a name. And I go outside on the porch, see what the hubbub was. Somebody was just knocking on my garage, yelling "Chris" over and over. He's like, "Chris live here?" I was like, "No." He's like, "What? Ain't nobody working on a Ford in the basement?" And I'm like, "No, I got a S10 though." He's like, "Oh, you want to sell it?" I was like, "Sure." You got to come tow it away. And he's carrying a bat with him. He was using it as a little shillelagh cane. He was like, "Yeah, I just got shot in the leg. This random bullet fell out of the sky."
Happy New
He's like, "I'll
Year's.
come back Monday." And I'm like, "I'm gonna get killed."
Yeah, probably. He's like, where the fuck Chris at? You're like, there's no Chris here. You selling a truck, motherfucker? Like, did y'all haggle a price or anything?
I think I told him pretty cheap because I was telling him how it's leaking all the oil out of it.
Hmm. Well, hopefully you can work a deal and not get raped or murdered.
Yeah.
Well, Gavin, what the fuck have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot of working and a lot of being a dad.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have one of those.
Yeah,
One
how's
of
that
those.
working out for you?
It's going pretty well.
You like
He's
two?
he's 2.5 now,
Looky there.
and he's
They
enormous.
they
And
grow
he
up
doesn't.
so fast.
Yeah, yeah. He never stops talking.
Well, I don't have a kid or any of that bullshit. Y'all ever use tire slime?
I used it once, and it covered the side of my car in it.
What it flew out of the tire?
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
was a sidewall uh
oh
hole.
yeah, it's not gonna work for a sidewall. But I used
I was
some tire slime. So I had a nail on my tire and I had to plug it, but it was still leaking like pretty aggressively, like 10 psi like a day. I put that tire slime shit in there and it worked. It's not leaking anymore. I
I've
was
only used it on the GXP because instead of coming with a spare tire, it comes with a tiny air compressor that has tire slime inside of the air compressor.
mm,
So it's like that
Yeah,
works.
that's what new car companies do now.
Just
GXP
new.
wasn't new. That shit was like how old was that thing?
Oh, we're talking
Oh
about
04, I
Pontiac.
think.
Yeah.
That's what they've all been doing recently. Like all the newer cars they come with.
They don't come with a spare. They're just like, here's a fucking air
Oh yeah, I
compressor.
forgot I had Oreos in my pocket.
Pocket Oreo.
You're that fucking kid. You just got loose shit, loose snacks in your pocket. All right, well, this is Super House Podcast, and today we're going to talk about the movie, The Transformers, the movie. Came out, the 80s one. Came out August 8th, release date, August 8th, 1986. Was directed, who the fuck directed it? Nelson Shin directed, and, it's got Eric Idle, Judd Nelson, Leonard Nimoy, fucking Robert Stack, Lionel Stander, and Orson Welles. With a budget of like 5 million, and in the box office, it didn't do too hot. It only got like 2 point. This says 2.6 to 5.8. I don't know what's with the large discrepancy there, but didn't do too hot in the box office, mainly because of other movies at the time just destroying this movie. What'd you say was came out at the same time? It was like Crocodile Dundee,
It was
Karate
Crocodile
Kid.
Dundee, Karate Kid 2, Stand By Me, Aliens.
Yeah, a bunch of big ass movies at the same time. So it's not like this movie sucks. It's just you know how you gonna compete with like Stand by Me? That movie's a fucking classic.
The Color Purple,
Oh yeah, that's a bunch of big stuff. So
Top
this,
Gun, that was the big one. I
oh
knew I
yeah,
was
Top
forgetting
Gun.
one.
So pretty much washed this movie away. Like wasn't as big of a deal. But a lot of people like this movie a lot, and I would agree because it's pretty fucking sweet. But basically, I think it's funny that in the beginning of this movie, it's in the year 2005.
Yeah.
Basically, the Decepticons are fucking up the Autobots like normal because they want Cybertron. I never understood that. What's the beef between the Decepticons and the Autobots? They're like the same.
uh,
Why do they
I
hate
They
each
don't.
other?
want they want the Allspark, and
Yeah, they want the Matrix or whatever. What Optimus Prime
The
has.
the technical beef, I don't know if it's the same in the cartoon universe as the comic universe, but the Decepticons are like the mining class and the lower class robot,
Oh,
and the Autobots are the upper class.
the scum.
And Optimus Prime is part of the upper class, and Megatron rises up, and then Optimus is like the idealistic good version of the upper class, and they kind of get rid of the bad upper class.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing. I don't know.
No, I
The
just I,
comic universe is brutal.
that's what I'm saying. Like I never really understood. I'm like, yeah, obviously Decepticons are bad, but they're like exactly the same as the Autobots. So why why are they always fighting?
Yeah, it's pretty much like class warfare, I guess.
But yeah, no, the fucking Decepticons have conquered Cybertron in the beginning of this, and like all the Autobots pretty much get their ass kicked. And then there's the Unicron. Unicron's out there lurking. So Decepticons beat the Autobots, and they fucking kill Optimus Prime like out the gate, which I was surprised by. I was like, he's like everybody's favorite character, and he's dead.
I thought
Like
Prime was gonna have a sword in this, dude. When does he get a sword in the series?
I have no idea. Well,
Yeah, I
apparently
don't
this
know.
movie takes place after the 20 years after the second season of the cartoon show.
I was wondering because I thought Spike was the kid,
That's
and
his dad or whatever. The kid
yeah.
was annoying in this whole movie.
Oh yeah. Well, originally Spike was the kid, and the dad's name was Lugnut or Sparkplug.
Mm.
Sparkplug Witwicky, and I guess the 20-year time gap, Spike grows up and has a kid of his own.
Hmm. But yeah, that's basically the whole movie. Is like the Autobots are trying to. Well, Optimus Prime gets killed in the beginning by Megatron, and he gives the Matrix that's in his chest to what's his name, Ultra Magnus.
Yup.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Who really drops the ball in this movie? Like he doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
He gets his ass beat and loses the Matrix to
He
Megatron.
wasn't worthy of the Matrix.
Yeah, he pretty much sucks. Just because you're the same color scheme as Optimus Prime doesn't mean you're a badass, I guess. But yeah, and then there's the Unicron, and the Unicron's running around. I guess flying around. Also, where the hell did that thing come from? It's like a transformer the size of a planet that can
It's
eat.
supposed to be Cybertron or Prima's, not Prima, Cybertron's counterpart.
Mm. But yeah, Unicron is lurking and just like destroying everything in its path. Uh, and then like the Decepticons, Megatron gets all fucked up, right? He's like half dead, and Starscream's like, "I'm taking over."
Yeah, pretty much. Optimus Prime kicks
Star,
his ass
yeah, he gets his ass kicked,
So
but
is that a thing in the series where Starscream has it out for
constantly.
Megatron?
He's constantly trying to undermine Megatron.
yeah,
That's like his whole character.
Starscream's such a douche. I thought it was funny when they're flying away, and he's like, "We got to lose some weight in this ship," and he just kicks all of his, all the other fucking Decepticons off the plane. Or
He even kicks his brothers off, Skywarp and Cyclone or
Yeah, this
Thundercracker.
movie
Yeah.
was a bit more brutal than I was expecting.
yeah,
They don't pull any punches. They get rid of all of the original characters.
yeah. But I just thought it was funny how much of a like how much of an asshole Starscream was. He gave no shit. He's like, "Fuck you, Megatron, and all these other guys. I'm getting out of here." I will say, what's his name? Soundwave, fucking badass voice. I love
Oh
Soundwave's
yeah.
voice. He's like, for some reason, he has even more the most robotic voice out of everybody. He's like, or whatever. I can't do it.
Yeah, Soundwave's one of my favorite characters. His voice is Yeah.
I love how he just shoots cassette tapes out of his chest and they turn into fucking they turn into more robots. This movie is super super 80s. Soundtrack, I think the people that do it's like what how do you pronounce it? Toy animation, because when I first started I was like this is really making me think of Dragon Ball, especially like the way Unicron looks.
Okay.
I was like this animation I think it's like either similar same people. I don't know. I probably should have looked up that fact before I start talking about it. But the animation looks really similar to Dragon Ball in certain uh, aspects. But so yeah, Starscream kicks all of everybody off the ship, including Megatron. But Megatron's not dead because he's like, I still function, and he's like, still kicks him off. And then Unicron, like, was he seeking out Megatron, or did he just find him like in space?
I think technically he's seeking him out.
Yeah. So Unicron like recruits Megatron basically and transforms him somehow with his magic planet powers into Galvatron, which is that's when Megatron's voice changes, and that's when it's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, Spock, for anybody that doesn't know who Leonard Nimoy is. But then he's
The Transformers
Galvatron.
just be changing their names.
I know. I did think it was kind of weird. Like he goes from Megatron to Galvatron, and everybody's just like, okay, he's Galvatron now.
Hot Rod turns into Rodimus.
Yeah,
Just change their names if they feel like it.
I guess if you transform more.
Well, did you notice he also transforms into a truck with a trailer
Well,
once he
after
got
he
his name changed?
yeah,
Did
he's
he?
like way bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's way bigger. He like physically changes. It's part of like becoming a I guess becoming a prime.
Yeah.
Because before Optimus Prime, his name was Orion Pax. And
Fucking
then he
nerd
got the
over here.
Matrix. Hey man.
no, no, he gets when he gets the Matrix, he gets huge and his name changes. I guess that's just part of it, dude. Butters, if you transformed into some shit, I probably wouldn't call you Butters anymore. I'd call you fucking Super Butters.
What the hell?
But yeah, so turns him into Galvatron, and then it's just off from there. Like Galvatron. Well, first thing he does, he goes and kills Starscream immediately.
Which is crazy.
He just immediately leaves and he
Like
just
disintegrates
kills him.
him
Yeah.
completely brutally.
Um. Yeah, and then after he just destroys Starscream, and then he's after the Autobots to try to get the Matrix. And he thinks he destroys the third of the ship or whatever that has Hot Rod on it, and he thinks that he or no was that the one with Ultra Magnus?
Yeah, that was the one with Magnus on it. Hot Rod,
Yeah, he's in
they
a
go
different
down
ship.
on the
The
other
Junk
planet.
Planet.
No, no.
Am I fucking it up?
Yeah. So Hot Rod and Cup, they crash on, I think the planet is called Quintessa or Quint. I know the aliens that like the judge or whatever.
Yeah,
Called
they're like
Quint.
he's innocent, and then they still drop him in the shit.
Yeah, I think they're called Quintessons. I'm not entirely sure what the planet is called. And then Magnus and Springer and all them, they separate their ship and they land on Junkion.
It's called Junkion.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just the Junk Planet.
No, I'm pretty sure it's called Junkion.
Hmm. But yeah, that's basically the rest of the movie. Galvatron's after him, but he's under control of the Unicron, but he doesn't want to be.
He explodes Ultra Magnus, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is okay, so Ultra Magnus gets his ass whooped like immediately, and he's in a million pieces, and they put him back together, and he's fine. Optimus Prime just died.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I'm like, why couldn't
Why
they
don't
put
they
Optimus
just
Prime back
fix him?
together? Yeah,
Yeah,
He
I'm
also
not
got
entirely
shot
sure.
50 times at the beginning of the movie when he was a semi truck and it
yeah,
didn't phase him.
I was
But then he
bounced
got
off of
shot
him.
2 or 3 times
yeah.
and
I don't.
then killed him immediately.
I did think it was like just a weird direction to take it immediately was just to kill everybody's favorite character.
Yeah, it's
Seems kind
not
of weird.
also like, the first 5 minutes of the movie, they kill Ironhide Ratchet, they kill Brawn.
Yeah, a lot of people's
Uh,
beloved characters all fucking
the
die at the beginning.
off-screen Wheeljack and Windcharger, you just see RC dragging their bodies into the room,
Yeah,
which
because
is
like
all like got to be traumatizing for the 12-year-olds that were watching the movie in 1986.
yeah, I feel like that would be traumatizing, but at the same time, this movie is so action packed from like beginning to end. If I was a kid in the 80s, I'd be like, yeah, like the entire time, be like, fuck, yeah. It's like an adrenaline fucking like it's like I don't know. This it's just action. I was like it's kind of hard to keep like follow the plot because you're like if you look away for 5 seconds, you're like in a totally different area and there's even more action
That's why I had to
stuff
read a
going on.
synopsis after the movie just to get the
Yeah,
grasp of it.
because if you just come in like 30 minutes into this movie, you'll have no fucking idea what's going on. But it's pretty straightforward. It's like Unicron, Megatron, and the Matrix. But so Galvatron, he gets the Matrix, but he can't use it because he's a Decepticon or whatever. I don't know how.
You have to be chosen by the Matrix to be able to use
Uh,
the Matrix.
but
Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta be worthy.
That's why
Unicron.
Magnus couldn't use it too.
Yeah, well, Magnus sucks. I wish he would have stayed dead.
Yeah.
But so Unicron, the Matrix is the only thing that he's worried about, and but Galvatron has it. And then towards the end of the movie, you get like this really epic trans where the Unicron transforms into a gigantic robot. It's kind of obnoxious how fucking big the thing is.
Yeah, that transformation sequence was really cool.
No, it's fucking badass. The animation in this movie is top notch.
Another part that I thought was really cool, it's kind of stupid, but when they crash on when Cup is getting attacked by that octopus,
Yeah.
the way they drew the tentacles, like that whole animation sequence was really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Somehow they can turn anything into a robot,
Yeah, yeah.
which is
Every other
kind of
planet in
sweet.
the galaxy is full of robots too.
No, that's what I asked Serena about that. I was like, is like regular organic material like rare? Because it seems like every other planet in Transformers universe is full of more fucking robot people.
Yeah, we're the
Like
oddballs.
all the life, like
Yeah. I
everything.
thought it was just the one planet that was covered in robots.
No, there's apparently a fucking robot galaxy or some shit because everything is robots. But yeah, Unicron transforms and he's gigantic and he like eats everybody.
He looks dope. That scene reminded me of the Spaceball scene where that ship turned into a Statue of Liberty.
I've
It was
never seen
almost
Spaceballs.
it was
You've
almost
never
scene
seen
for scene.
Spaceballs?
No, I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
You got to do that one soon.
All right, everybody, Super Awesome Podcast. We're gonna do Spaceballs at some point, but we're still talking about Transformers. So Unicron eats everybody for the most part. He eats Hot Rod. He eats Galvatron, and they're all
Well,
just
no, Hot Rod crashes through his eye
oh yeah.
in
But
the
they all end up
spinny
in
ship.
they all end up inside of him, and then they're fighting in his tummy, I guess, or whatever.
I thought the part where the Dinobots start attacking his ass, that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I like
what's
the Dinobots the most.
I wish the Dinobots weren't so dumb,
they're
man.
stupid as fuck.
That's what I liked about them. They're just like fucking goofballs.
What I don't understand, the Dinobots have like weird powers. Like they're dinosaurs, whatever, but they also all shoot fire out of their mouth.
I believe in the cartoon universe, Wheeljack builds the Dinobots.
Hmm.
So they're not like regular Transformers. They're constructed.
Hmm. How do Transformers procreate? There's a chick.
Um,
There's the sexy Transformer, but I don't know her name. The pink one.
RC.
Do they trans? How do they?
They
How do
are
they
born
fuck?
from the planet.
Born from the planet.
Yeah, they
That's
emerge
lame.
from
I want there to be fucking
Vector Sigma, I think.
robot coitus.
There is no robot coitus.
What? You can find some robot coitus.
Yeah, just go to Reddit. You can find anything there.
Well, I guess they're born from the planet. That's pretty fucking lame.
It's got to be
But
PG, man. Did you guys
We
catch
need
the
to have
oh
a
shit?
full penetration scene.
somebody said,
We're
"Oh
gonna
shit!" I
take
know.
this
I heard.
seriously.
Didn't I think Magnus says, "Damn it,"
I
because
didn't
Oh,
catch
he
that.
he couldn't open the
Don't
Matrix or
scream at me.
whatever.
When Bumblebee and Spike are trying to fly away, I'm pretty sure it's Spike yells, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah,
Never heard it.
I heard that.
Look at your fucking dumbass cat.
I know he came in here and started yelling at me.
But yeah,
The
so
audacity.
they're inside Unicron and they're battling and all this stuff. Him and Hot Rod and Galvatron. And then how did Hot Rod gets the Matrix from Galvatron, and then he opens it successfully and becomes Super Hot Rod, and then kicks ass. And then they burst out of Unicron and he just blows up completely.
Yeah, that part's kind of confusing. Like the power of the Matrix just makes him blow up.
It's like
Yeah,
a modem.
he didn't even fight him. He just blew up because the Matrix was used.
I had to look up what the Matrix was. It's like a modem for their internet conscious.
Oh, that's weird. What's that fucking the universal greeting? That shit was stupid.
Ba weep, grana weep, ninny bong.
I
was
do
just-
remember that.
Oh, dude, I've been saying that since I was like 6.
I liked how the Australian robots were like all about it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Started partying.
the dance party that was crazy.
the Asian Australian robots. They were all fucking pissed at first, and then they said "skibidi bop boop badop," and then they're all fucking pals all of a sudden,
They had
and they
like
join up with them.
they had like
like-
an Ewok village dance party.
Yeah, all they had to do was say that. They're like, "We're gonna kill you," and then they say that, and it's like, "Okay, let's go fight this giant monster with you. We're best friends now."
Where are those Energen little
Energon.
bubblegum sticks that they kept handing out?
That's like what they eat.
It's Energon cubes or whatever. Yeah, it's like their food source.
Yeah.
Okay, but the fucking universal greeting, they used it before they met the Asian Australian robots. They used it on those other guys and it didn't fucking work. And they still got kidnapped or captured or whatever.
Well, those guys were technically slaves to the Quintessons, so they were like supposed to bring them in regardless. I think. I assume.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this movie.
There is. Uh there's a lot of jump to conclusions. There's a lot of making you want to make things make sense because in the movie they really don't make sense because
No, they
it's
don't.
made for kids.
It just jumps from one thing to another and you're like, wait a minute. What is happening right now?
It's made with the attention span of a 12-year-old in mind.
Yeah.
So more
It
action, less plot.
Yeah.
It definitely gets the fucking job done though. Now I want to watch because I used to watch the show as a kid, but I don't really remember anything. So now I kind of want to watch the show again. What's it on? If
I
it's
want
on.
to say I watched it recently on Sling, maybe.
Sling.
It's one of the free ones. It's on. You can probably rent it on Amazon too.
I also saw something. I forgot to do fun facts. This is like Orson Welles' last role. Like he died like shortly after this movie was created. And that's sad because he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, half the people in this movie that are dead now. Movie's
I
kind
think-
of old.
And Peter Cullen, he's like one of the only ones I think that's still alive.
I like that Judd Nelson was in it. I didn't know he was in anything other than The Breakfast Club.
I don't even know who that is.
Judd
Fucking
Nelson.
John Bender.
I never watched Breakfast Club.
Dude, get fucked. I based my style off that movie for like a good 7 years.
You're talking about the dude in the plaid shirt with the fingerless gloves?
Yeah.
You tried to look like him?
You not remember that that's all I wore is ripped jeans?
I didn't.
with
I
a
guess I didn't
bandana
realize
wrapped
that.
around my ankle for
Fucking
forever.
douche. You're so fucking edgy with your fingerless gloves.
I got them over there on the shelf.
I thought your whole style was just homeless.
Yeah, John Bender.
You're just trying to confuse other homeless people. And you're like,
Put
get out of here.
cigars out on my arm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the end of the movie, they'd blow up Unicron, and that's it. And then that they have a
Yeah, Rodimus announces the war is over and there's going to be peace now. And then season, I want to say 5 comes out, and look at that. Everyone's fighting still.
yeah. They just go immediately back to fighting. All Transformer shit is like exactly the same. It doesn't matter what, like how you package it. It's like, here's the Autobots. Oh my God, Decepticons are here and they're gonna fight us a lot. And then that happens, and then like Optimus Prime saves the day or something. That's usually how it goes. Not exactly in this one, but you know what I mean.
Why can't they all just get along?
That's what I'm saying. What is the fucking deal with the Decepticons?
They can travel
Megatron,
planets. They can't just get their own planet.
yeah, they'd be able to take over any planet, really. But
Well,
then
yeah, they
Autobots would
try
have a
that, and
problem.
Optimus Prime tries
Yeah.
to stop them.
Maybe Optimus Prime's the douche,
Yeah.
and Megatron is just trying to like have a peaceful life. And Megatron or Optimus is like, not on my watch.
Optimus Prime's the real terrorist.
Yeah, maybe we've gotten it wrong the whole time. I do like it old school Optimus Prime though, how he turns into a cab over semi truck.
Oh, yeah.
I always think that's sweet because cab overs are fucking sweet. Have you seen that new
Kojita.
Transformers?
Yeah.
The latest thing that came out?
Yeah, the Transformers one.
Yeah, is that worth a shit?
I really enjoyed it. Della hated it.
Well, I think that's like the first Transformers thing where what's his name? The voice of Megatron, I can't think of his fucking name.
Or it's Optimus, Peter Cullen.
Yeah, Optimus, that's what I meant. It's like the first time he's not the voice.
Yeah,
Ever.
everybody was real pissed about it.
Yeah, they use like Chris Hemsworth as the voice. I'm
Which
like that's fucking lame.
What's really funny is at the end of the movie when he turns into Optimus Prime, Chris Hemsworth tries to do a Peter Cullen voice, and it's
Yeah,
so bad.
you can't do it. I mean, the dude, I know his voice is a little different now because he's fucking like 83 years old. But I'm like, why would he? It's like Darth Vader. You don't fuck with the voice.
Right? Yeah, you don't. Yeah, they got a lot of hate for that. I thought the movie was pretty good. The plot is it's actually kind of similar to the movie we're talking about. It's very fast paced.
Yeah.
Um, but I enjoyed it. Della's biggest gripe was Bumblebee as a character. It was very obnoxious.
Yeah. Still never
But
seen that Bumblebee movie.
that was a good one too. That was one of the better ones.
I watched the which one is it? It's like the one that has like Pete Davidson in it.
Rise of the Beasts.
One of
Yeah.
them has Pete Davidson now.
Yeah, he
Yes.
plays Mirage.
Uh I thought that one was pretty mediocre. I wasn't too into it.
Yeah, that movie wasn't very good, and it was also super fast paced.
Yeah, I mean that's the common theme here.
Well, like the
Fucking
Michael Bay
action
movies were
explosions.
pretty. No, they're fast paced too. Yeah, you're right. It's a running theme.
The first Michael Bay one is pretty good, I think. The second and third and fourth or whatever, I'm okay on those. The first one is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I
I've only
watched them
seen the first
recently.
one.
You've only seen the first one?
Yeah.
Well, they're all kind of the same, but the first one's the best, in my opinion.
Well, hot screen.
Is there any Transformers video games?
Yeah, there's two really good ones that are called War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Good luck finding them because they're out of uh I guess out of print, if you would say. I think they've recently been put back on marketplaces for sale digitally though.
I was gonna say.
And then
Everything's digital.
there's like a melee, like a Mortal Kombat style one called Devastation. That's all cell shaded. It's pretty cool.
Speaking of giant robots, I saw something on Netflix. There's like a Gundam TV show.
Yeah, there's a ton of Gundam TV shows.
No, I mean like a live action Gundam show. I'm not, that was fucking retarded what I said, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a fuckload of Gundam shows, but I'm saying like a live action show on Netflix. I'm gonna have to check it out
There's
since we're on the
a
topic
new
of.
animated Gundam show on Netflix that looks kind of live actiony.
Maybe
you
How
that's.
might
many
be.
Gundams do you have right now, Gavin?
Uh,
Oh yeah, you have like a fuckload of those.
I haven't. Yeah, I used to collect them. I still have a bunch of them. I don't know how many, but I haven't really built one in a couple of years.
Hmm.
The hell, Gavs?
I probably have like 20 or 30 of them.
You've changed, man.
I try to get
I've
back
changed a
into.
lot.
I try to get back in the Gundam Wing, but there's so much. There's like so much of it that it's like intimidating. You know what I mean?
Gundam
Like
Wing
you're
is
wearing a.
just space terrorists, space kid terrorists.
Yeah, but it's sweet.
It's fun. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's all it is.
But I mean, there's different versions. Gundam goes way back.
Yeah, the consistent theme is child soldier though.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched much of it. I tried to get back into it, but it was daunting.
It is a very yeah, there's a lot of Gundam.
All right, y'all have any? Okay, on the spot. Any ideas for the next Super Awesome podcast? Since we don't have a list, we don't have the wheel.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Do Spaceballs. I still want to do Darkman.
Oh yeah, Dark Man. I don't know, dude. You picked Army of Darkness, and I was fucking not thrilled watching that movie.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
You didn't even watch it, so how would you know?
I've seen it. I've skimmed it.
Here, I got a super abstract movie for you. Let me look it up real quick because I can't remember what it's called.
I watched like The Outlaw Josie Wales. I've watched a few movies where I'm like, fuck, that would have been a good one to do a podcast. And then you don't want to like immediately watch it again, so it's like, fuck.
There's this movie called Freaked. I'd watch that. It's completely ridiculous.
Have you ever seen Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow?
No, I've never even heard of that.
Look that up. That's a crazy weird movie that I feel like not a lot of people know about.
All right, so what are we
did I
doing?
just-
Let's
What did I
fucking.
just suggest the other day?
You said the SeaWorld.
Is that what it's called? SeaWorld?
No, it's called like Water Planet.
Water World.
That's probably what it's called.
Some
Yeah, we
shit
should
like
watch that. It's on the old. It's streaming right now.
Which okay, which one are we? What are we doing?
All right, spin the wheel.
I don't have a fucking wheel. So, Spaceballs, Waterworld, or whatever the fuck long ass shit Gavin just said.
Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
All right, y'all pick one. Y'all rock paper scissors for it. Yeah, I know there's three choices, but
I'm cool with whatever. Waterworld's fun.
all right,
Kevin, spin a 12-sided die. I'm sure you have one.
I do
know you
not
got
have one.
all right, we're doing Waterworld. All
All right.
right. Check y'all next time on the Super Awesome Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe.